Okay, if you've ever had one of those days where you think people are getting dumber, spend a day in traffic and then you'll recognize what I'm talking about, or try to have an interview with a younger employee and you start to recognize that the cognitive abilities of the newer generation are very different than they used to be. And so I found this article very fascinating. The cognitive debt that we accumulate every time we use AI. And this makes sense, right? If your ability to be creative is a muscle, and it truly is, you have to practice at communication, at writing, at coming up with your own ideas in order to continue to do that. When you rely heavily on technology, you kind of lose that ability. I mean, think back in your own life. Do you remember when you had everyone's phone number memorized? Now the only phone numbers I remember are the ones I memorized before I got a cell phone, or like in the early days of the cell phone where just everything wasn't auto-populated. I can't remember anybody's phone number now. And this is that like amnesia practically that you get because you're relying on a device to provide for you a little 9-digit number that should be easy for you to remember. And so this is interesting. When you write with Chat GPT, the amount of brain activity that they see, right? So the yellow are brain waves when it's like you're writing it. And the blue is, well, you're asking Chat GPT to write it. And I think we've all fallen prey to this where we're like, dude, I gotta write a letter to someone and I'm just not creative enough to come up with a template. Chat GPT, give me a template, and boom, it pops it out. You change a couple of things. And there you go. What the hell? That's close enough, right? I think kids these days are using Chat GPT for their homework. Holy cow, that's pretty dangerous. Teachers tell me there's a way to figure out if it's Chat GPT or not. Um, but they're still getting passed, apparently, even if they're using the AI. I don't think everybody's getting caught because of it. I'm surely there's still a school with integrity out there that's kicking kids out of school for cheating. But anyway, I think this just confirms people are getting dumber. The computers are taking over. And at some point, we're going to have like an intellectual revolution where we refuse to engage in the AI creativity aspect of AI. AI can be very helpful. I use it to help me find references because it can search a database in seconds, give me 10 papers that show how the gut microbiome increases serotonin levels. I mean, and then all I have to do is click on the references and read the paper and like, yeah, that's a paper. And I can go from there. It saves hours and hours of work. So I can see why AI is used. They'll use that to help optimize investments, and they will use that to help organize and streamline protocols. I get it. Your job is at risk because of AI, certainly. And I fear there's going to come a time where we're so reliant on AI and no one has used their brains that, there'll be some calamity where AI doesn't work anymore because it is a computer. It requires energy that we feed it, by the way. It won't work, and all of us will be just sort of drooling and can't remember anything, and we're going to be kind of screwed. So here's the challenge. Not only should you have like a little home garden, so you learn how to do a little homesteading, maybe some canning, like how to get back to the old way of things, but we should also kind of make sure we remember how to remember our own damn phone numbers. Do you know what I'm saying?